Last season Scottish Premiership top goal scorer Cyriel is on the verge of a move to AEK Athens. Welcome back to Fog Football. Some people call him Donkey. Some people call him Thoroughbred. Well, not many people call him Thoroughbred, but you know what? Let's put a bit of respect where respect is due. Top goal scorer in any league. That should be respected, right? Even if I've got my opinions about Dessers, you actually stick up for the guy. I'd rather get rid of Danilo. I'll say that. Danilo should be the guy getting moved out of Rangers, but for now, I have to deal with Cyriel Dessers. Are Rangers better selling this guy for 5 million when he's 30-year-old? I'm going to have to agree with that because this is the last time Rangers are going to get any money for Cyriel Dessers. And can he keep up the numbers? Well, the first two seasons suggest he can. He actually bettered his first season numbers last season. We'll get into those numbers, but is 5 million about right for you? Because that's what the Daily Record are reporting.
Well, if Rangers sell him for 5 million, that's a profit. Now, people can shit on Dessers and they can say this and they can say that. Well, yeah, I'm going to say this. He's better than either. That's a fucking fact. And unlike either, Rangers have a potential to actually make a profit on the guy. Celtic are never going to make a profit on Adam Adair. That is just no going to happen. And I don't know, man. I look at his goals. You can't complain. I mean, 5 million. He's come in. He's delivered so many goals over 2 seasons. The guy gets a lot of shit, but you can't really complain with his record. If Rangers do sell him for 5 million, Cyriel Dessers has been a success. Just with the fact that he's came in, scored all these goals over 2 seasons, and then you've sold him for more than you brought him in. I mean, Rangers normally don't do great business, but this would be on paper making a profit on a guy that's old 30 and the goals that he gave you. But I mean, can Rangers afford to sell him? I don't know. I think he's the number 1 striker at the club, and unless they plan on bringing in reinforcements, I would be, if I was a Rangers fan, I'd be worried. I wouldn't want to sell Dessers until you at least bring in a replacement.
I want rid of Danilo, right? But I'd rather lose Dessers than Igamani for obvious reasons, right? Even though Igamani's worth more. But I think what the ideal scenario would be for Rangers is sell Danilo for a couple of million at best. I mean, they spent 6.5. Talk about not making a profit. That will not be a profit. That's a guarantee. I can pretty much say it'll be factual. And then bring in Jamie Vardy or De Torsman, and then have Dessers, De Torsman, Igamani. I think the problem is with Dessers is he started too many games for Rangers and he's missed a lot of moments in the crunch games. Now, if he is demoted to second or third choice striker, maybe people will appreciate him more, but I'm not going to sit here and do a complete 180 and say that the guy should 100% be kept. But when you look at the free Rangers strikers, he's definitely not as bad as Danilo, man. The jury was out on Danilo because, he's picked up injuries. But that's all he does, guys. He picks up injuries. There's no consistency about Danilo. But in terms of Cyriel Dessers, let's look at last season, right? And see if this guy is worth 5 million. Or can he even be replaced? Because 55 appearances, hopefully it's 56 next year, well, for a certain club. And 35 appearances in the Scottish Premiership with 18 goals. I mean, it's no bad. He's basically averaging a goal every 2 games, which from your strikers, alright. 2 assists in the league. Europa League, he got 12 games, 3 goals, 2 assists, so 5 goal contributions in 12 matches. 1 goal in the Champions League qualifiers, if you remember that, right at the depth against Dynamo Kiev. Then League Cup, 4 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists. Scottish Cup, 2 games, 3 goals, 1 assist. So that equates to 36 goal contributions in 55 games. So what do you make of that? Is that a good return? The average goal scored is 118 minutes. Can you replace that? Is it cheap to replace that? Should they replace that? Should they actually get rid of him?
You say, can you replace it? But
who guarantees?
Who was the last Rangers striker to deliver better numbers than that? I'm not saying that Dessers has been better than all the Rangers strikers over the past decade or whatnot, but when was the last Rangers striker that delivered a goal per minute ratio at the same rate as Dessers? You're having to go back a long, long time.
Yeah. I mean, Morelos, and I think one of the seasons probably did, but that's one of the seasons. Morelos was there a lot longer.
It took Morelos a lot longer to get to the milestone. Was it 50 goals? It took him a lot longer?
No, it took him he did it quicker than Dessers?
Nah, I think Dessers did it quicker.
I know for a fact he did.
I think Dessers
I
did it
talked
quicker.
about this the other day, so I know for a fact.
I don't think so.
Oh no, he did.
I don't think so.
No, he fucking. I know for a fact he did.
I don't think.
So you want me to get that up right here?
Actually, I would.
Aye.
I don't think he did.
All right then. Well, how many games did it take Dessers then?
I don't know. I think he done it in less than Morelos.
All right, fair enough. How many games did Morelos take to get 50 goals for Rangers? Boom. It doesn't come up. Why doesn't it do that? Why doesn't it do that, big man? Well, where am I supposed to get these stats from?
Well, surely I would just look at the first 2 seasons and see who had more goals.
Right, maybe that's
Dessers only been there 2 seasons.
the correct way of doing it,
And
right?
I tell you what, if Morelos has got more, then congratulations to him, but I don't think that's the case.
Right, Morelos played. But again, this isn't going to be a true reflection, is it? Really? 35 games in his first season, 30 in his next, so that's 65, and Morelos got 32 goals, which is pretty much averaging a goal every 2 games. As for Cyriel Dessers, as I just pointed out, he got 18 in 35. So, of course, let's keep that in mind. Alfredo Morelos, though, that's no bad, but he did 32 and 65. As for Cyriel Dessers, but I mean, we can't base it off the 50 game mark. Then we're just basing it off the first 2 seasons combined. And in terms for Rangers, Cyriel Dessers got 2 more goals, but he played 5 more games. But I know for a fact Morelos reached 50 goals before Dessers. All competitions here.
No, Wikipedia doesn't say so. Like, Wikipedia's got, after 2 seasons, Morelos on 48. He's got Dessers on 51, like, but I mean, if you know for a fact.
What, all in?
Mm-hmm.
Wikipedia saying that?
Yep, all in total.
Nah, well, hold on, that can't be true. Where's that article? That article a couple of months ago, I'm telling you.
I'm pretty sure people have been praising Dessers. That's the reason I know. Because they're saying he got to 50 goals quicker than Morelos.
Well, I don't understand this. You've took me out my stride here. Where is it? Not record scorers, man. It's hold on. 3 weeks ago. Is this it? There's mixed opinions from the fans about him, but 50 goals. I love the big man. He clearly loves the club. This better be the stat. Nah, it's not there. Either way, right? Morelos, Dessers. According to Sport FM, Dessers is keen on joining Athens, and the club has him on their side. Within the next few days, AEK will try to close him as the player would like to join. 5 million.
Like, either way, Morelos is really good as well. So the point is, I think Dessers' numbers are good.
No, they are. No, I don't think Dessers' numbers is the problem. It's the amount of chances he balloons at the same time. But point is, not many people are going to say Dessers is better than Morelos. I'd say it's like 90 to 10.
No, I'd say Morelos is better. Like,
yeah, so that is a problem for Dessers.
no one's arguing that, but Morelos isn't there anymore. I mean, it's not like you sell Dessers and Morelos is going to come in and bang you goals.
Maybe well, you never know. But yeah, Morelos, he'd bully the entire back line of teams he faced. Cyriel Dessers doesn't really do that, but again, it's better that he does something, and that's more than what can be said for the likes of Danilo and shit like that. So 5 million for a 30-year-old striker, as you pointed out, profit. That's a good thing for Rangers, but they have to. I mean, I'll tell you what, if you sell Dessers for 5 million and bring in De Torsman, who's like 21, 22, and he's banging in goals as well in Europe, I think that's a good bit of business. But we'll have to wait and see. The transfer window is still young. A lot to go. Till next time, though. Peace.